So, picture this. You are sitting at your kitchen table. You have just found a 7-night Caribbean cruise for $299 per person. You call your partner, your friend, your mum, whoever, and you say the words, "We are going on a cruise." You feel like a genius, a budget travel mastermind, an absolute legend, and then you actually go on the cruise. And by day 3, you are standing at the guest services desk, staring at your onboard account, wondering how $299 somehow turned into $1,800, and you have not even been to the spa yet. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. And if you are planning your first cruise and you want to avoid that exact moment, this video is also for you. Because today we are breaking down everything the cruise industry does not put on the front page, the hidden costs, the fees nobody warns you about, and because we are not here to just complain about things, every single money-saving move that actually works in 2026. Let's go. Right. First things first, that $299 fare you saw online, it is real. Kind of. It covers your cabin and your basic meals. That is genuinely what it covers. Everything else, and there is a lot of everything else, is extra. Depending on your sailing, port fees and taxes alone can add anywhere from $100 to $250 per person on top of the base fare, varying based on departure port and ports of call. Cruise. So before you have even touched the ship, your $299 is already somewhere between $400 and $550 per person, and we have not mentioned gratuities yet. Prepaid gratuities are automatically charged at a rate of $15 to $20 per person per day on most mainstream cruise lines. Then an additional 18 to 20% is added to individual onboard purchases on top of that. Cruise galore, so on a 7-night cruise for 2 people, automatic gratuities alone run between $210 and $280 before you have ordered a single drink. Now add drinks. On many large cruise lines like Royal Caribbean, Carnival and Princess, the fastest internet service alone was recently priced at nearly $24 per person per day. And alcoholic beverages include an automatic 18% gratuity on every single order. The points guy, welcome to the cruise industry's pricing model. The base fare is the door. The door is just the beginning. Let us go through the ones that catch people out, because some of these are genuinely surprising even for people who have cruised before. Your cruise fare includes the main dining room and the buffet. Both are actually pretty good on most lines, but the ship also has a steakhouse, a sushi restaurant, an Italian place with proper pasta, and every single one of them costs extra. Depending on the cruise line and restaurant, the additional fee can range from around $20 per person to as high as $80 per person. A chef's table experience or wine-paired dinner could run upward of $100 per person. Cruise, you do not have to eat at any of them, but they will be right there, looking beautiful, smelling incredible every single night. The temptation is entirely real. This one used to be free. It is no longer free. Norwegian Cruise Line now charges a $9.95 convenience charge for room service. Celebrity Cruises has also added a $9.95 room service fee and then adds an 18% gratuity on top of that charge. The points guy, a service fee on top of a service fee. We are not making this up. Several cruise lines advertise adults-only areas on their ships. What they advertise slightly less prominently is that you pay extra to use them. Princess Cruises charges $20 per person for a half-day pass to the Sanctuary, its adults-only area, with a full-day pass costing $40 per person. Norwegian's Vibe Beach Club can cost up to $99 per person for a day pass. The points guy you pay for the privilege of not being near children, which, depending on the sailing, may feel completely worth it, but you should know it is not free. Some cruise lines allow you to bring a bottle of wine on board. Great, you think. I will bring a nice bottle and save some money. Norwegian charges a $15 corkage fee even if you want to drink your own wine in your own cabin. It levies the charge the moment you walk on board with a bottle. The points guy, your own wine. in your own room, $15. There are no words. The photographers on cruise ships are everywhere. Embarkation day, formal night, every port, every dinner. They are capturing your memories beautifully and charging handsomely for the privilege. Photo packages on cruise ships can cost around $24 for a single photograph, or roughly $160 for 10 photos. Cruise galore. The good news is you can simply take your own photos. The slightly less good news is that the professional ones always look better, and you know it. Let us talk about the drink package, because this is where a lot of people make a decision that sounds sensible and ends up costing them more than they expected. The unlimited drink package is heavily marketed on most cruise lines. It sounds wonderful. Unlimited cocktails, wines, spirits, soft drinks, coffee, all day, every day, for a flat daily fee. Here is the thing though. The unlimited drink package is a good deal if you plan to drink 6 to 8 alcoholic beverages per day, every day of the cruise. For most people, paying as you go is actually cheaper. Before buying, you need to honestly estimate your daily consumption. And remember to factor in port days when you will be off the ship for much of the day. The travel trio, 6 to 8 drinks a day, every day, including the day you walk around a hot port in 95-degree heat for 5 hours. If that is you, the package probably pays off. If you are a more moderate drinker, you may find that paying per drink works out considerably cheaper. Do the maths before you buy, and do the honest maths, not the optimistic holiday version where you assume you will drink like a professional. Here is one of the biggest areas where cruise passengers overspend. Shore excursions. The cruise line offers organized tours at every port. They are convenient, well organized, and they guarantee you get back to the ship on time. They also cost significantly more than the same experience booked independently. The reason cruise lines want you to book their excursions is not complicated. It is a major source of profit. The reason many passengers book them anyway is real. If you miss the ship, it leaves without you, and you have to make your own way to the next port. That anxiety is legitimate, but there is a middle ground that most people do not consider. Use reputable third-party platforms like Viator or Get Your Guide for cheaper tours, or explore the port independently if it is safe and walkable. These options are routinely cheaper than cruise line-sponsored excursions. The travel trio. The key is to research the port before you go. If you are in a port where independent exploration is easy, safe, and the distances are manageable, you can save a significant amount simply by walking off the ship and finding your own way. If you are in a more remote or unfamiliar location where getting back on time feels uncertain, the cruise excursion might be worth the premium for peace of mind. Know which situation you are in before you arrive. Right, enough about what costs money. Let us talk about what saves it, because there are genuinely good strategies here that work. And some of them are things most first-time cruisers have absolutely no idea about. The cruise industry's traditional wave season runs from December through February, when virtually all cruise companies compete aggressively for bookings with a host of savings and added value offers, often including complimentary drinks, packages, and specialty dining. The cruise globe. January in particular is one of the best months to book a cruise. The lines want your money. They are willing to throw things in to get it. Use that. There are 2 sweet spots for cruise pricing. Booking early, typically 6 to 12 months out, can lock in lower prices and give you access to perks like cabin upgrades or onboard credits. Johnson Bixby. That is the planned traveler's advantage. But if you can be spontaneous, around 90 days before departure is often when the best last-minute deals appear, as this is when people are most likely to cancel before cancellation charges kick in. The cruise globe. The caveat on last-minute deals is that you may have limited cabin choice and less flexibility on itinerary. If you have a specific destination in mind, book early. If you are just looking for the best value and you are flexible, watch what becomes available closer to departure. This one is genuinely underused, and it is brilliant when it works. Booking a guaranteed cabin means you are assigned at least the category you booked. but you might get upgraded to a better cabin at no extra cost if the ship is not full. Some travelers have booked an inside cabin and ended up with a balcony, the travel trio. The trade-off is you cannot choose your specific room location, but if you are not fussy about being on deck 7 versus deck 10, book the guarantee and see what happens. Sometimes nothing happens and you get the basic room. Sometimes you walk onto a balcony you paid $200 less for, worth the gamble in many cases. This sounds old-fashioned. It is not. The smart two-step approach is to find the best publicly available offer online, then contact a cruise agent and ask if they can match or beat it. Often they can add extra perks, a bottle of wine, additional onboard credit, to win your business. The Travel Trio cruise agents have relationships with the lines. They sometimes have access to rates and packages that are not publicly available, and their service typically costs you nothing because they are paid by the cruise line. This is one of those situations where using a professional is genuinely better than going it alone. This one surprises people. If you own a minimum of 100 shares of stock in Carnival Corporation, Royal Caribbean Group, or Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, you can receive onboard credit ranging from $50 to $250 per stateroom per cruise as a shareholder benefit. The Travel Trio. At the time of this video, 100 shares in Carnival will cost you somewhere in the region of $2,000. If you cruise regularly, and we mean multiple times a year, the onboard credit adds up quickly and the shares have their own value independently. This is not advice to go buy cruise company stocks, but if you were already thinking about it, there is a practical benefit sitting there that most people do not know about. Look, you are on a ship, on the ocean. If you can, embrace the digital detox while cruising, but if you must stay connected, check whether your mobile carrier offers international data packages that are more affordable than the ship's Wi-Fi. Alternatively, find a local cafe when you are in port. All the best spots. You are paying a lot of money to be somewhere beautiful. The internet will still be there when you get home. Your onboard account will be considerably lighter if you leave it alone. Here is a small one, but it matters on day one. When you first board the ship, lunch is being served in the buffet. Most passengers head straight to their rooms to see if their luggage has arrived, then wander around looking confused. Go to the buffet first. It is included. It is usually good, and it means you are not starting the trip hungry, which leads to impulse decisions at venues that cost money. Small move, real saving. This sounds like the opposite of saving money. Bear with me, the crew wants to book up spa treatments on day one. Head to the spa for a free tour on embarkation day and you will likely be offered a discount on treatments. The same logic applies to specialty restaurants, which often offer reduced prices for dining on the first night. The Travel Trio, if you are planning to treat yourself to a spa day or a specialty dinner anyway, day one is the cheapest time to do it. The discount will not be there on day 4. Here is the truth that I want to leave you with. Cruises are not a scam. When you understand how they are priced and you go in with a plan, they genuinely offer extraordinary value for money. Multiple destinations, accommodation, food, entertainment and transport, all in one booking. That is a legitimately good deal. The problem is that most first-time cruisers do not know the pricing model. They see the base fare, compare it to the cost of a hotel, plus flights, plus food, plus activities, and they think they are getting something for almost nothing. And then they get on board, and every single decision costs money, and by day 4 the bill looks like something they were not prepared for. The difference between a cruise that destroys your budget and a cruise that genuinely represents value is almost entirely preparation. Know the fees before you go. Set a daily onboard budget. Make deliberate choices rather than impulse ones. And remember that the included options, the main dining room, the buffet, the deck, the pool, the shows, the live music, are genuinely good. You do not have to spend extra to have a great time. You just have to know that the option to spend extra is everywhere, and it will be very attractively presented. If this video saved you from a surprise bill, or even just gave you a clearer picture of what you are actually paying for, I would love it if you subscribe to this channel. This is exactly the kind of thing we do here. Real information, honest takes, no sponsored enthusiasm, just the stuff that actually helps you travel smarter without spending more than you need to. Hit subscribe, and if you have a cruise story, especially a hidden fee story, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And honestly, some of them make me feel significantly better about my own travel mistakes. See you in the next one.